Hello, my name is Michael Evans, and this is Cars and Boards. Today I'm going to review a little game called Supershow. Supershow is a card game, a card wrestling game by SRG Universe. Something I got in Battle Bins a while back, and there's a bit of bad news. Apparently, Battle Bins is shutting down. So, not going to be a link on the bottom of in the comment. Um, that's a shame because they did a really good job picking out games. Not all the games were great, but they were all interesting at least. They're all somewhat unique. So it's unfortunate that they're shutting down. But uh, I'll get to. But for now, I'll explain how you play Super Show. Okay, to start the game, which is a two-player game, each player would get a wrestler card. It has skills and gimmicks, which is a special trick your wrestler can do. 30 card deck. Deck's made up of lead cards, follow-up cards, and finishing cards. You would shuffle these up. Each player draws 3 cards. Roll these. Each player gets a dice. They would roll them. They will take the symbol and color on their dice, matched up with the same one on their card, which is agility in this case, which would be 6, versus submission for him, which is 7. So since he has a higher roll, he would go first. He would draw an extra card. You would then play a lead card. Cards for the lead, follow-up, and finishing. There are types such as grapple, submission, and strike. So first player would play a lead card if he had one. If plays a lead card, like say if he played lead grapple, the other player would look in his hand. If he had a lead grapple with a little stop symbol, such as this, he'd be able to play that instead. It would stop his attack. And the second player's card would be in play instead. Once that is finished, once you have the lead card out, you would then roll again to see who goes next time. Once you have a lead card out, you can put a follow-up card out of the same type. Like if you had a lead grapple, you can put a follow-up grapple. If you had a lead submission and only follow-up grapples, you would need a lead grapple. You're trying to work your way up to the finishing move. Once you have put your finishing move out, you do what it says on the text of the card, and then you would roll your dice, match. So in this case, submission. You would match it to the submission on your card, which is 10, and the opponent would have 3 chances to roll their dice and try to tie or beat 10, which in this case can only be done if they roll a power. If they do not succeed in making the roll any one of the 3 times, the first player would win. If they do, however, manage to get away, you put down one of the crowd meters. Starting at level 1, goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each crowd meter adds +1 to the finish roll of the player who played the finishing roll. If the finishing roll is, if the first player does make it out of the hold, then all the cards that are in play are put into a discard pile, and you start over again. Now, if you have anything in your discard pile, rather than if you do make the roll to go to be able to go, you can you can instead, rather than play a card, you can take a card from your deck and put it onto the bottom of your deck. That's pretty much how the game is played. Now, honestly, I don't care much for this game. It's not the worst game I've ever played, but it just seems too random. Where you only get to play if you roll higher than the other person. The cards really, they do different things here and there, but for the most part, it's not that interesting. The art is great. The art is, I like the art. The game definitely has potential, and it does have a fan base. So, like I say, just my personal opinion. I don't care much for it. And if you do have the right card, you can't draw cards either if you don't get the roll either. So it is you roll if you get to go, you get to draw a card. You get to play. So you have to hope you have a stop or you roll well in order to get a chance to do anything. But like I say, if it looks interesting to you, I will put a link in the description, and you can take a look at at SRG Universe website. You can take a look, and I believe that's all I really have to say. Thank you, and have a good day.